Hello, everybody. All right, all right. So, welcome to another Friday live with Boss. This is an Easter. That was a cheer, by the way. The Easter version. Well, because it is the Easter, I don't know how many people will be here. So, yeah, I don't know really how long the stream will be. It depends on that. How many visitors it will get in the chat. But yeah, anyway. Um, Evo ga. Sad si me zvao. Koji imam video poziv? Moraš na engleskom. Ajde, dobro, ne moraš na engleskom. Baš me briga sad dok nije još niko došao. Oh, hello, Francisco. Happy Easter to you. Thank you. How are you? How is the weather in Peru? Nisam čuo stvarno ništa. No, you must write in English, Mateo. In Dom, live at 4. Hang on, when is that? It's probably like in three hours. Weather good. Yeah, here too. Pretty good. Oh, hello, Andy, my good friend. Hey, how is Ireland? I'm glad to see you also. I wasn't sure, because it's the Easter, so how many people there will be anybody. Pozdrav, pozdrav. Happy Friday, yes, happy Friday to you, my friend. Yeah, it was pretty quiet and that in our IG group today, so I wasn't sure, if there will be many here. But I'm pleased to see there are quite many people already. No, I don't do that, Francisco. Yeah, I never really, I personally don't really celebrate it. So yeah, but here, yeah, it's a holiday, so you gotta be, it's pretty much forced on you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like this holiday because here it's so empty and boring during that time. At least when it's Christmas, you got, snow and all that stuff, Santa Claus, and all that coziness. 52, yeah. Easter egg hunt, yeah. I don't really know what's that like, where do you hunt for them? Like anywhere outside your house? I don't know. As I said, I never really, I don't come from a religious background, so yeah. But I mean, yeah, I used to go to my grandparents, when they celebrated Easter and painted the eggs and all that, so I mean, it was my mother's family, who are Christian but Orthodox. But today, this year, I mean, it's the same. At the same time, the Orthodox and the Catholic Protestant Easter. Well, my mother, as I said, she's an Orthodox Christian originally, and my father comes from a, well, let's say atheist Muslim family. So yeah, cheers. So yeah, I was raised in an atheist home. But now, ej, jesi li to stvarno ti? Ne znam, ja nisam, slabo sam u grupi. No, I'm not from Croatia, I'm from Bosnia. Ja nisam, majke, ako si to ti, ja te ne spominjem. Ja mislim ovo da se zajebava što se pravi da je Siniša. Kogod da je. Can ask friend. Yeah, go ahead. Friend question. Some people, new people here, I see. Welcome, Cole. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe you heard somebody say I was from Croatia. They thought wrong. Well, no, I live in Norway. Have been living now very long, like 31, 32 almost years. But I come from Bosnia originally. Yeah. I when I was 15, I came here because of the war, and all that stuff. Does he girlfriend? I don't understand that question. You mean if I have a girlfriend or? Mm, I mean that's I don't like to disclose that really, but yeah. Edu Camp, hello. Who? Which friend? This is some weird stuff. Edu Camp, o čemu se radi? Svačam. You mean Mateo or Francisco? Anyway, I don't, let's not ask such questions. It's not so polite, I guess. Can't join. No, rather not. Sorry, I don't know you. I don't know you. Sorry. I only let a few people really join my streams. Just those that I really know well. Ne, gdje? Ne pratim te. Edu. I don't like this background. Maybe I will change it. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, ja, pozdrav. Pogledat ću, ne znam o čemu se radi taj klip. Nisam znao da ti imaš kanal. Okay, so yeah. He's nice. As I said, I don't really like Easter here, because it's so dull. So many people go away, like travel to their cabins and stuff, to the sea, whatever. And no, I don't really have any plans. I mean, yeah, nothing special. So as I said, I don't really celebrate it. So yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm sniffing. I hope I haven't gotten cold. No, it's not so bad. So tell me if you have any plans, Peter. Peter, where are you from? I mean, if you are from USA, then it's Peter. If you are from UK, then it's Peter. From England, I mean. I don't know where Yoshi is. He hasn't been around the last couple of days. Yeah. My scent of the night, that's that Panadora, Dorasima, which I featured in my last, my spring fragrances video. Yeah. Okay, you are from Ireland too. Okay, nice. You know what? My cousin he's just left for Ireland because he's going to Sligo. He's already there to be on a friend's wedding. So he's taking his wife and two small kids, and I don't know how the hell is he 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 can cope with that. I would never do that really myself. I could never enjoy myself, like that. Maybe would have taken my wife and then let the kids, with my mother or something. Yeah, which part are you from? I would really love to go there, but yeah, I don't know if that will ever happen. The thing is, I'm not really a big drinker, and over there it's a little hard. When you don't really drink much. There's so many pubs and everything. Dublin, all right, cool. Yeah, Dublin is fun, I guess. Pretty big city. Well, I think it is bigger than Oslo anyway. A little bit. Chill weekend. Hey, Dennis. Hello. My home from 2014 to 2023, really? Hmm, interesting. Yeah, of course, of course. I just, that's like when people think of Ireland, that's one of the first things they think about, the pubs and the whiskey and all that. But there's so much more to Ireland, I know, than that. The nature, the music, everything, culture. Yeah, Sligo seems like a nice. I mean, it's on the coast, but I like to study the maps. There's a lake also from on the other side, Lake Gill. All right, to rent a car and drive. Yeah, but it's not such a big, really that big country. I mean, it's not small, but it's compared to Norway, it is rather small. Let's see. Yeah, it would take a lot longer to go around, Norway. Just the southern half of it. Anyway, I think the southern half is probably at least twice as big as our. I mean, whole of Ireland. I think probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really should go there. I mean, yeah, I have an interest in the Celtic, the whole thing, mythology and culture and all that. Really, always been fascinated. I mean, not only but since I was like 16 or something. I really had a fascination with Ireland. Also, I have a cousin. She also loves Ireland, really, even though she never been there yet. So Ireland is small. You can drive. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Bosnia is even smaller, but you can also drive anywhere in a few hours there. Well, this turned out pretty nice. I was afraid there would be only one or two people. Then I would shut it off. That's yeah. My friend, I am I. I don't know what you mean by that. I really like the song Easter by Marillion. That's an old song now, 1989. Yeah, beautiful song. But it's not just about the holiday, it's about Ireland actually, the politics and all that, the north of Ireland. I mean, Hungary on my way home, really. Hmm. Yeah, Hungary is pretty nice too, even though, the president is a little bit special kind of guy. But yeah, I mean, unless somebody should again come on here, I don't think I'll stream that long this time. I know I said that last time, but I didn't know that both Karen and Joey would be coming on, hopping on. So of course I had no, you know, other choice but go the 2 hours. It was a pleasure. Yep. But yeah, I don't know how it is in your countries, but the Easter here is pretty depressing, depressive. Whatever. Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, it's always good to have some guests, at least one. I mean, yeah, but it's it can be hard getting them, to get to come, and sometimes it's best when it happens spontaneously because some people may feel like I don't know something comes up maybe in the last minute. So when you not so much. I mean, she posted on Facebook the other day. I mean, I think it was the day before yesterday about some kind of earthquake happening nearby. Not where she lives, but not so far away, I guess. Yeah. But the problem is she's not on social media, so I cannot, really schedule anything with her in advance. So that's the problem. It must be like, when she's here spontaneously. Yeah, but she was really a great guest. I mean, a breath of fresh air, definitely. I also love when Mike comes on, great guy to talk to, of course. And yeah. Yeah, me and Kay, we had some fun streams, but yeah, thanks. But now, yeah, it's just she has, I think, a lot to do, lot on her plate, and I think we pretty much, ran ran the did as much as we could anyway with that stream. Do you know Rich Mitch? He's no, I don't know. I mean, I know him, of course, but I don't. Actually, I was blocked by him. So last year, I believe it was. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoyed his streams. I thought they were relaxing, but yeah, there was some bullshit happening there, involving another person. I would not rather not mention, that person's name. Some of you know probably who that was, but yeah. It's just that he can be a little bit, uh, yeah. Sometimes he didn't get all my jokes and stuff, so he didn't like it, me, talking about things that didn't have anything to do with perfumes. So, but I can get it. I get it. I get it. But it was a little bit Sometimes I just wished he would be a little bit more spontaneous and fun. He does a lot of, yeah, he does fragrance talk, which I kind of find, sometimes it can be alright to talk fragrances, but when you do it too much, it can, of course, it gets boring for me anyway. When you just do that. But he doesn't always just do that. It's nice when you are able to mix the fragrance talk with some other kind of topics, right? So I like that. I don't have a problem with it. So Eric the Great, good luck out there. Thank you. Out where? Thanks anyway, and welcome. Yeah, you need a mix. It can't be all about just one thing, of course. I sometimes am happy, just doing this kind of loose talk, just answering your messages and questions. And sometimes I like to have a little team, like have a guest and talk with that guest. Well, honestly, I have no idea. I don't even know who the favorites are. Manchester City, I assume one of them. No, I stopped following football a long time already, a few years back. So yeah, I only watch sometimes when it's on TV, like some games and stuff. But I'm mostly into boxing. Yeah, yeah, man. So tomorrow the stores are open, but only I think to 2 or 3 or something. But luckily we have a store nearby which is always open, but it's a lot rather small one. That's why it's always open. WrestleMania, huh? Yeah, I used to watch it for a while. I remember I started because they were showing it on TV here, just a regular TV in 2009 till maybe, I don't know, 2012 or something. So yeah, it was kind of fun, I guess. Those feuds and all that, everything was fake, but yeah, like long time ago, it wasn't all fake, I think, but now it is. Yeah, really. Wow. Yeah, I guess it's changed. While in Bosnia, I know that the problem is if you like, it's become really like religion. It's everywhere in the system. Like it's ingrained in the system, and especially like in the Muslim part when it's Ramadan, it's like in certain places you can't buy beer, for instance, because it's Ramadan. In those smaller towns, anyway. Not all, the bigger ones you can't find, but yeah, certain places they won't serve you alcohol, and that's kind of. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't that way. It wasn't that way before. I know very well. I used to come. You know, I have been there many times since the war and all that. So yeah, it just became like that maybe 6, 7 years ago or something. Not that long ago. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, I guess. Yeah, it was. I bet it was. Yeah, man. Before the revolution, it was very different. Yeah, Americans make a huge show production latest fiber. Yeah, Vegas. Okay, interesting. When he grew up, wasn't strict. Yeah, yeah. And also, yeah, after the war with Iraq. Yeah, yeah. It's only I think been the last few years that they kind of just loosen it a little bit, but not. It's still very conservative. Oh man, frightened me that was. I thought some explosion happened, but no, that was motorcycle, I believe. Oh yeah, so yeah, so tomorrow I don't know really. There isn't much to do because here the the transport it's a little kind of limited and all that. So yeah, it's not good to go if you don't have a car like me. Conor McGregor. Yeah, I think I heard about it, but now somebody was talking that sounded crazy, like that Anthony Joshua would fight Jake Paul. And like, what? Jake Paul is, tiny compared to Anthony Joshua. You must be crazy. He's not even a heavyweight, really. I mean, probably he can bulk up to, over 200 pounds or something, but no, that would be just a circus of a fight, man. Ridiculous fight. Just so Conor McGregor be interviewed by, oh, wow, Tucker Carlson. Yeah, yeah, he's pretty, pretty radical, I guess. Yeah, man, it's crazy, Yeah, I mean, he's become a joke. I don't think he's had a really good UFC fight for a couple of years at least. I mean, he was destroyed in his biggest fight against Khabib, and yeah, and then after that, he really showed himself like a true jerk off, trashing the boss of the Khabib's and attacking his entourage and stuff. Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about him, but he's a jackass. Uh, yeah, but he's successful, so he gets by. He's a name, he's a brand. That's why I don't really like UFC. They have these really awful people. Like they make them into stars, into turn them into really something. But they should not be worshipped by young people. No, no, no. It's all right. No, I can talk about it. Rather that than trying to find another subject to talk about. He's running for president. Come on, and I bet he loves Trump, right? Jackasses, both of them. Yeah, man. I don't like. I don't like also people. Yeah, they're like a cult. You have these also guys, like Andrew Tate. I mean, we now haven't heard anything about him for like a year at least, which is good. I remember when he was streaming just before, he disappeared. He was talking about pushing this kind of crypto valuta, and I really hate that. No one should really advertise that. It's so uncertain and unpredictable, and today you're a millionaire, tomorrow you don't have anything left. So yeah, that's how it goes there in that crypto world. And also, I have like Viber, and all the time some idiots trying to get me. They get me into these groups that are about that. They wanna recruit people, to sell this bullshit. So I always delete and block all those assholes. So many people push those crypto scams. Yeah, yeah, that's really terrible, terribly done. Rug pull their fans. Yeah, yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, that's the problem with social media. Like, if you have enough followers, if you have been, out there in the media and yeah, on TV, whatever, it's enough, for you to really be able to get so far, to be able to push your agenda and all that bullshit, yeah, crypto and everything, it gives you the power, because so many people are watching you and following you, and they believe, and many of them believe what you say, because they like you and all that. So they want to believe that you know you are you are saying that because you want to help them, become richer and all that. But it's bullshit. Don't ever believe that. Definitely, don't you believe that? It's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Yeah, I like also this kind of relaxed conversation, these relaxed streams. Sometimes it's good when it's like a show, with several people here and all that, but sometimes it's also nice when it's just relaxed. Yeah, we should teach critical thinking in school. I think they do. Yeah, yeah, they do. At least some schools. I don't know. Yeah, man. I mean, there isn't enough of critical thinking, and yeah, it's just. I mean, if you are in a minority, if you, for instance, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in this, crypto, whatever, it's hard, really. People will treat you like a fool, and yeah. Or if you don't believe the media, whatever the media says, yeah, but you just gotta stick to your, stick to your gun, stick to your beliefs and opinions. Orthodox Eastern, yeah, it is. I think it happens like every 4 maybe years that they are, cross. Let's say they happen at the same time. Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. It's not. I mean, I've heard of some really like hair raising stuff going on in their educational system. I don't know if it's true, but yeah. Now it's just always. It can never be like how do you say? It's always so extreme. Before it was like way back in time, it was pretty racist and yeah, but now it's totally the opposite. It's woke to the extreme, extremely woke. Education is, and I see the way also on these platforms. They have now banned these certain words that should not be banned, but they are banned. Like they censor everything now, like movie clips, for instance. They cannot say fuck. They cannot say words like retard or you know. There's so much that is censored. It's incredible. Like 10 years ago, it wasn't at all like this. Only 10 years ago, it was all uncensored. It was allowed. So we are going towards this society where pretty soon it will be really forbidden to. It was, remember the movie Demolition Man, Sylvester Stallone, and Wesley Snipes. I think that's how it's gonna be in future. If you curse, you're gonna get a fine and whatever. You have to pay a fine if you curse in public or on your on your job. And, so that's where it's going. Yeah, yeah, man, it ruins it all. I mean, it's bullshit. And many are really protesting about it. I see it in the comments section. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Now that Trump is now again president over there, he's going to try to, he's already trying to fight the woke movement and trying to just, totally mute it. And yeah, but I don't think it's so easy. Nothing wrong with bad language. Yeah, it's part of culture. It's natural to curse sometimes. It's different if you just curse too much. Maybe I don't know, really. But it, it all just reflects where you were raised and all that. Yeah, who knows? It's really hard to tell nowadays. Definitely. Yeah. I just think many people that voted for Trump, and I just hope they are satisfied now for their sake. They thought everything was going to be so much better, but he's look what he's done already. I mean, actually, he's about to cause another economical crisis, for crying out loud, and that's not good, is it? They would like to divide people into groups. Yeah, easier to control. Definitely, yeah. It's already, that's what really upsets me. You can already feel that you know, we are going towards that, definitely. There will be less and less freedom, actually, because now there is so much at stake, and yeah, the world is just in a really bad state, so politicians, they will try to just, I mean, we already found out they were hiding so much from us. They were lying, about the war in Iraq. Let's say that's one of the big lies, biggest lies of this century. The whole premise of that, how it happened, and also other things. We found out recently about some famous people that they were actually just, you know, monsters, more or less. Yeah, P. Diddy, for instance. Yeah, man. But they were able to get away with it for so long. That's the worst part. Now this stream has turned really serious, but all right, we can. Let's not. Why not? Let's get serious. Let's stay serious. It's just that it's not a good time for freedom, or yeah, democracy. And I know that's why I think, it's they were always trying to present it, no, sorry, that this system, the capitalist system, is so much better because it's so much freer, and the democracy and all that, and you know freedom of speech, and but now that's becoming so, you know limited, all that. So yeah, I hope that this will lead us to just a very different kind of ideology eventually, much better. I read a book by a British agent. He was bragging about all the ways they used to divide, rule the Indians without them realizing. Yeah, yeah, of course. England 2.0. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man. I mean, what Trump is doing is basically shitting on pretty old friendships and, allies, like in Western Europe, and yeah, he's very very arrogant. That guy, I can't stand him. He's such an arrogant shithead. He's like, oh, we are America. We don't need you. So I'm gonna do what I wanna do. So okay, thanks. Yes, Peter, it's easier to control people who are fighting each other. Yeah. I mean, and where I come from, also, same thing. Yeah, has always been divided, like for a very long time, since, like, I don't know, at least the early 20th century. Because the one half of Yugoslavia, what made up Yugoslavia, was more, leaning towards the west, while the other half towards the east, and always like that. Yeah, I mean, this will not stop until people really, unite and join together and just say, enough is enough. And we need, just, we need governments that are really for the people and not for themselves, to trying to manipulate their people. And, yeah, that's what we need. And no more hiding, no more lies, no more bullshit. No, yeah, no more hiding, no more manipulation. Means so much it makes me sick. There's been so much of that in the last I don't know how many years, many 70 years, let's say, or at least 75, 80, yeah, 80, even after the Second World War. That it started really, I think, for real. One way they did it was they used corrupt officials to promote a Hindu politician, then a Muslim for election. Of course, there was a lot of violence. Yeah, of course. But then Gandhi, he came along and he ruined it all for them. Yeah, I mean, the English, man, I mean, their ruling system, let's say, were some really terrible people, very, very, very evil, very bad people. And they really exploited all these countries, in Asia, and especially in Asia. Remember the Houston playing with slaughterhouses next. Oh man, and how disrespectful was that? Come on. Yeah, awful, awful people. Divide and rule, yep. Divide et imperium, something like that in Latin. Interesting game plan, pretty much the same. Yeah, it is. Yeah, man. I mean, I would really like to have, but that's what I'm having right now. This stream. Sometimes, let's say we can have this kind of stream where we talk politics also, but it can be very engaging, even fun to talk about it. Yep, at least like I don't know, for 45 minutes or an hour or something. Oh, I had Indian food, tandoori chicken. I really love it, but it can be real, for your digestive system. It can be a burden sometimes, definitely. So yeah, we wouldn't have Indian food without. I mean, wouldn't have been so available. I guess that's the only good thing that came out of that. The British invasion of India. But yeah, there was just so much, so many victims of that colonialism. Yeah. And the worst thing, when I would talk about certain people, from England about it, they would like be very defensive of what their ancestors did. I'm like, think, how can you defend that? Like, come on, what they did. Oh no, because the rest of the world was in disarray, blah blah blah. We had to, make it work properly. Come on, nice meatballs. I had Indian food. Yeah, I really like it. Love it. One of my favorite cuisines. It's Italian, Indian, and Mexican, I guess. Yeah, and Bosnian. We wouldn't have tikka masala without the British. That's true. All those takeaways. I guess you also have it, yeah, in Ireland, right? And fish and chip shops, right? Fish and chips. I had that here. There's a place here that serves pretty good fish and chips in the city. Yeah, it's called a brewery, but it is like a bar that has fish and chips and hamburgers, of course. That's the food they have. Yeah. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, there were many Italians who came to I guess all across UK and sold various stuff, both food and ice cream. Yeah, 52 minutes already. Wow. Well, right. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, fish and chips is good. It's not one of my favorite, dishes, but it's I like it still. The best, cheapest. All right. Yeah, the Italians really know their food, man. Oh man, they're pretty amazing at all kinds of food. Everything that's edible, they can make it really well. From the salty food to the sweets and ice cream, all that. Yeah, a lot of different pastas. Yeah, I like pasta also. I think my favorite Italian food is lasagna. Lasagna, my favorite Italian dish. Yeah, that's true. Dennis, are you still there? Just checking to see if he's still with us. Yeah, so anyway, I have some good news on my home front. Some good news finally. My mother, she was earlier for a long time, well, since last year she wasn't so well, but now she's gotten some new meds that make her feel better. So yeah, that was a great relief. Yep. So yeah, man. Okay, I'm gonna shut off soon. Yeah, thanks, Andy. You're a good guy. Good to know you, mate. I don't know when my next. I guess next week I will. I decided now I will try streaming at least once a week. But sometimes when I feel too tired, I will of course do the couch stream instead. So yeah, when it comes to my channel, yeah, I will just I will not do as you know the videos as often as I have before, but I will still do them. You Now and then, of course. When I have a reason, of course, I'm not gonna just do it because I wanna keep up this kind of pace. I don't know, whatever. I mean, it's important that it's a good that the content is yeah good. Sometimes when you just make videos just to you know for, that because you want to be on a certain list, whatever. I don't know, people not to forget you. It's not good, is it? I mean, you have Jeremy. That's the best example. He would keep. He was for a while. Just, I think he still does it, making these silly lists. Always the same thing. Always the same few phrases. So yeah. Well, okay then, and I think it's time to shut it off now. I think we don't have much more to say. Thank you very much to Peter and to Andy for a really nice discussion we had there. And hope to see you here again, Peter. Really great new addition to my streams. Yeah, peace out, everybody. See you soon. All right. And happy Easter to you who celebrate. Bye.